Hey guys, and welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving my opinion on why we should pay attention to what is most harmonious on us and really honor our own body's lines and shapes. Okay, sorry guys, but I feel like my original intro didn't really give you a clear idea of what this video was going to be about. So I'm doing this. Now, in today's video, I'm going to show you how two completely different people within the same archetype approach styling themselves. Now, if you're new here, I'm going to be referencing the Kibbe image ID system. If you've never heard of it before, I'll leave some links to some helpful videos in the description box down below. Ultimately, my hope is that you can walk away from this video feeling a little less restricted and a little more inspired. All right, so let's get straight into it. Okay, so there's plenty of suggestions out there when it comes to the archetypes in David Kibbe's system. I mean, I have plenty of videos and Pinterest boards that I like to share that serve as great inspiration. But I think I need to clear the air a little bit here and just come out and say it. Not all bodies are going to be exactly the same within the same archetype. Now, before we get a little sideways here, let me take a second to explain what exactly I mean by this. First off, yes, individuals that are in the same archetype are going to have very similar yin-yang characteristics. I mean, that's how they ended up in that archetype, right? But what I'd like to bring to the table here is that even though you have very similar yin-yang characteristics, doesn't mean that there's some universal uniform for each of the archetypes. In my opinion, finding your body type within the Kibbe system is a springboard, a helpful guide to give perspective on what lines and shapes are going to look most complementary on you. It's more of a theory to be followed than an exact science, and I kind of touched on this in the video that I made about comparing yourself to celebrities. Now, I have to admit, when I very first started researching this and attempting to figure out what my archetype was, I got caught in the trap of feeling like I had to basically copy and paste the celebrities that were in the same archetype as me, copy and paste their wardrobe into mine. I thought that that was going to be sufficient enough, which this is actually the opposite of what the intention is for this system, in my opinion. This is so ineffective for a couple of different reasons. First off, we'd lose the opportunity at self-expression, so essence would be lost. Second is, although we might be the same archetype as somebody else, there's still going to be a particular way that we want to approach bringing harmony into our own head-to-toe looks. Again, just like I pointed out in my video about celebrity comparisons, there can be two individuals that exist within the same archetype that essentially look nothing alike. Well, in my opinion, this is because, again, the Kibbe system does not operate off of exact measurements, rather yin-yang characteristics. So this gives us the opportunity to accommodate our yin-yang balance in a way that's entirely unique. Ultimately, it's been my experience that it's most beneficial to understand how your lines and shapes can be best accommodated in overall head-to-toe looks. Okay, so if you're a little in the woods here, let me show you an example of exactly what I'm talking about. So let's take a look at two Kibbe verified dramatics. So we have Olivia Culpo and Tilda Swinton. Now, not only do these two look pretty different, but their wardrobes are entirely different as well. But keep in mind that their frame, shape, and overall yin-yang characteristics are that of a dramatic, according to David Kibbe. Okay, so we have these two images right here. Now, of course, there's tons of other head-to-toe looks that they both wear, but I felt like these two images were pretty representative of their style in general. Okay, so let's take a look at Olivia Culpo's look first. Now, in my opinion, this really accommodates and speaks to her extreme yang by the way it complements her angularity. Her natural line and shapes are sharp and angular, and we see that in this head-to-toe look. Now, if you pay attention here, the rigid structure of the shirt actually mimics the angularity of her frame, particularly in the sharp shoulders. Now, the skirt here, even though it has this very subtle and subdued ruffle, it still offers a lot of structure. And of course, the shoes, in my opinion, offer a lot of yang characteristics and complement the look well. The hair, makeup, and accessories are also kept very sleek. I mean, if we just consider the totality of this look, it really does offer the same characteristics as her frame and shape. We have geometric shapes, so nothing is soft or draped here, and everything is kept very angular and sharp. So in my opinion, this look is very harmonious on Olivia. She's not fighting against anything here. Okay, so let's take a look at Tilda Swinton. Now, I love this look on her. It is so sleek and effortless, and I just love this plunging V-neck. It really just draws our eye to observe her gorgeous vertical line. I mean, if there was ever a human representation of the word sleek, in my opinion, it would hands down be Tilda. Now we see that her angularity is accommodated here with this man-tailored blazer and trouser. However, the accommodation of angularity is way more subtle than what Olivia was doing in the look that we just saw her in. Now the shoes here are being kept sharp and sleek, and there's absolutely no distractions with any sort of jewelry or accessories. Again, we don't see that any shapes or lines are being fought against here. She looks very harmonious. Really, the only thing that I have left to say about this look is it is the epitome of sleek chic, in my opinion. Now, speaking of my opinions, in my opinion, Tilda seems to really prefer to play up her vertical line, as opposed to Olivia, who really seems to prefer to showcase her angularity. And honestly, this has proven to be the case look after look after look for both of them. Now, of course, these two can be seen in similar looks that seem to work well for both of them. And I'm not saying that Olivia will never play up her vertical line or that Tilda will never dramatically showcase her angularity. We do see both of them doing this at one point or another. But the point I'm trying to make is that there's more than one way to style any of the archetypes. Point blank, the head-to-toe looks that Olivia creates are very different from the ones that Tilda creates, and each work in harmony with them in a different way. I mean, I just don't know if Tilda would look her best in some of the looks that Olivia is pulling off. Her body demands a balance in a different type of way. It's like her body calls for more of a sleek approach. And so the head-to-toe looks you create for yourself might look different from that of another person in your same archetype. And of course, we do see that other factors such as age and personal taste are absolutely considered, which is important when we're considering customizing our wardrobes. But we can see for the both of them that overall the looks are kept geometric, sleek, and sharp to really honor their pure yang characteristics. Before I end this video, I just want to throw out there that although celebrities may have been Kibbe verified and there's these lists out there, I would caution before we start to look to them solely for inspiration. And this is because what I've noticed is there are a lot of Kibbe verified celebrities that actually don't dress within their lines and shapes, and they're not a good demonstration of creating harmonious looks. I'm not going to call any of them out, but I have definitely noticed this. And I think this is why in videos discussing the Kibbe system and talking about celebrity body types, we see a lot of red carpet looks. But that doesn't really help us a whole lot because we're all just out here trying to live our ordinary everyday lives. I don't know about you, but I'm not really attending any red carpet events. So how do I start to incorporate this type of system into my ordinary everyday functional wardrobe? Well, that's why it's my personal opinion that knowing and understanding the theory and principles behind David Kibbe's system is the best springboard to knowing and understanding how to approach building a customizable wardrobe. So I'll speak for myself here. Any celebrity examples, Pinterest boards, garment suggestions, etc. that I give to you all is meant to serve as inspiration, a starting point, not as a one-size-fits-all copy and paste. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed hearing my opinion about this topic. If you like this video, if you like content like this, I would really appreciate if you liked and subscribed. And of course, if you guys want to spark any sort of conversation or ask any questions down below, I would love to meet you in the comments section. But until the next video, I will see you all later. Bye.